I practice occultism and omnism. So I'm a spiritualist that also does work for people. Destiny swap happens in different ways.
My name is Yomi. What's yours?
My name is Frances Bini J.
Frances, tell me something most people won't believe about you.
I'm a psychic medium and tarot reader.
Okay, so even me is hard to believe. What does it mean to be a psychic?
To be a psychic means that you have one of the clairs and that you're using your psychic abilities to either give people messages about the future or insights about the past.
What do you mean by one of the clairs? You're going to educate me a lot in this conversation.
Okay, so there are different psychic abilities. Clairvoyance is clear seeing, when you see visions, or people that say, oh, I saw something about you. That's clairvoyance. Then clairaudience is clear hearing, people that hear voices or sounds in their ears. Okay. Then claircognizance is clear knowing. You don't know how you know, you just know. Clear empathy is being able to sense other people's feelings and emotions, or even the room or the environment. Being able to sense it. So your clairs are all ways that you receive downloads. That is not the ordinary sight or the normal physical sight or touch, but downloads through the ethers.
What's the ether?
The ethers is the spirit realm, so the fifth element.
What's your clair?
Oh, I have several clairs actually. I have claircognizance, clairvoyance. I'm also clairaudience, and I also have clairtangency.
So what are some things within this realm of understanding that you can educate me and the audience about?
Many things. A lot of Africans are spiritually gifted. A lot of us, we have gut feelings. We have the spirit of discernment. My just call it, oh, it's my spirit of discernment that told me I should do this or I should do that. But that's really a psychic ability. The other thing that people don't understand is destiny swapping. Now, destiny swapping happens to mainly chosen ones, people that are destined to have a particular impact in their bloodline or in their lifetime. And when it comes to destiny swapping or being a chosen one, you will notice that you're always going to be surrounded by karmic family members. So karmic friends, karmic family members, people that are here to really bring you out of your shell and push you towards doing what you're destined to do.
How will someone know that their destiny was swapped?
So a very good example for you to know if you're being destiny swapped with is that you're very passionate about something. You're passionate, you are happy, you always want to put your energy towards a particular outcome. And then you start getting lazy, lackadaisical, you start losing your passion, you go into addictions, obsessions, some of the symptoms, negative energy, bad, evil presence around you, being unlucky, things just turning out for the worst for you. And then you noticing that somebody that could have come into your life, maybe a friend, a sister, a brother, it could even be a family member, a distant relative, is manifesting all the things that you want to manifest, right? Destiny swap happens in different ways. Destiny swap can happen where somebody is also copying you. You say you have an idea and you're a creative. Having destiny swap is your passion, your creativity dies, and then somebody else is using your ideas and all the innovations you have and executing them. And you're like, what? How? But that's how it works.
Okay, but it's not something spiritual.
So that's why I said destiny swapping is in two forms. Destiny swapping is in the form where it's psychological. Then there's the people that do it forcefully using black magic, either by taking a person's personal item, your underwear, your hair, your things that are intimate to yourself and have your identity. The good thing about destiny swaps is that it's reversible. All you have to do is take action. So first, they are going to be attacking with the spell work and the witchcraft. It's going to be attacking your three lower chakras, your self-confidence, that's your willpower to actually execute your ideas and innovation. Your sacral chakra, you start indulging in lusty activities, addictions, obsessions, vices, and then your safety, that's your root chakra. So you won't feel safe and you always live in fear. So once you notice you're experiencing those things, it's for you to shake yourself out of that energy and stop being lazy, stop procrastinating, taking action. If you want to go to the spiritual sense of how to stop a destiny swap, you have to do a cord cutting. Because when somebody destiny swaps with you, is your cord. Mm-hmm. In your navel, there is an energetic cord that exists inside of your navel. And when there's a destiny swap, the person is using that cord and attaching it to their own cord. So it just pulls your life force energy. So the best way to cut this person off is by doing a cord cutting ritual. I practice occultism and omnism. In occultism, to do a cord cutting, you just need to get some certain tools and then maybe give it to a professional to do it.
But like somebody that has multiple friends, how will I know it is this particular person that is destiny swapping with me or with the person knowing me?
You will sense it. You will somewhat sense the agitation around this person.
What exactly is your religion? What's occultism and omnism?
So omnism is the belief that every individual is allowed to believe whatever they choose to believe.
Okay.
That religion is a part of our psychology as human beings. So we don't have to force our beliefs down anybody's throat. And then me practicing occultism is the occultic practices, the spell work. I do divination, which is tarot reading, prediction of the future, which is a form of divination. I do divination, I do spell work and candle magic. So I'm a spiritualist that also does work for people. As an omnist, I work with different entities. But I mainly work, especially when I'm channeling, I mainly work with high vibrational entities or benevolent spirits of the highest white light. And sometimes protective work, I might work with lower vibrational entities because they are able to provide protection.
So as an occultic person, if you don't mind me calling you an occultic person, what's your take on life after death?
I subscribe to the Egyptian belief of Ma'at, the principle of Ma'at. I believe that at the end of life, we get to meet Anubis at the gates. And if your heart is as light as a feather, the scale of justice is weighed. If your heart is free of contempt, negativity, wickedness, envy, jealousy, your heart is as light as a feather, then you get to enter into the gates of heaven, being led by Anubis. But if your heart is low, and if your heart is heavier than the weight of a feather, you get to, reincarnate on the planet.
Oh, so there is no hell.
No, I don't believe in heaven or hell.
But you just said if your heart is as light as a feather, you enter heaven. What criteria is heaven?
Heaven, to me, in this context, in which I put it, is not reincarnating as a low vibrational entity anymore, like maybe a human being or a tree or a plant or a butterfly or a bird. Instead, you reincarnate into this planet as maybe a deity.
So someone that wants to get spiritual awakening, what are the first few steps I need to take?
Self-discovery. The first step of your spiritual awakening journey is always self-discovery. 3 tools I always recommend: numerology, finding out your life path number, your soul urge number, your soul expression number, using your natal chart, that's astrology, to discover who you really are. Look at your north node, so it gives you a clear sense of direction on what you're supposed to be doing in life. Then you can also tap into your Akashic record, but not everybody has access to that. So you might need to work with a spiritual teacher to help you with your Akashic records.
This was a very interesting conversation. Thank you for sharing your story. This is for you.
Seriously, yay, I got somebody. Thank you for having me.